The person, the food handler at the Tim Hortons, did not get hepatitis A from the workplace. That person was traveling and got it from outside of Canada. And it was only evident when he became ill that he was diagnosed with hepatitis A. And second of all, most restaurants, and we don't believe that this Tim Hortons is any different, their employees are washing their hands well, and whether before they prepare food, after they go to the washroom and all that. So this person obviously handled some food that was given to customers, but we're confident that nothing has happened. There's no evidence that there's been any transmission. So hepatitis A is an infection of the liver. It's from a virus. Specifically for hepatitis A, how it's transmitted is really through a fecal-oral manner. So often someone who is infected with it initially, when they go to the washroom, maybe they haven't washed their hands well, it can then go into someone's mouth via food or through the counter and stuff like that. So hepatitis A, if you get infected, let's say you got infected today, the symptoms can show up anywhere from 15 to 50 days later. The symptoms are, some of them are non-specific, just feeling unwell, nausea, sometimes vomiting, abdominal pain as it's the liver that gets infected. And if it gets really bad, then you can also turn yellow or jaundiced. You can also get some diarrhea as well. The first thing is, at this time, if you did visit that restaurant, the risk is very low. So nothing too much to worry about, but in the back of your mind, in the next 15 to 50 days, just watch out for those symptoms. And if you have those symptoms, you can follow up with your healthcare provider or a walk-in clinic if you don't have one, and let them know about it, and they may want to test you for hepatitis A through some blood work. Hepatitis A is not that uncommon. It's not so common in Canada because we have good hygiene practices. We have lots of washrooms for everyone. But in other countries around the world, it's quite common because people don't have access to good hygiene and good washrooms, and that they can spread quite easily.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it was a project that we proceeded with after realizing we had more capacity to do more planters, more beautification of the city, save some money, but also bring our greenhouses up to standard. The old ones being 50 years essentially in service, and it's a great way for us to be able to both beautify the city as well as save dollars and do it in a fiscally responsible way. So the whole project has been run by our internal team, and as you can see, it's been a beautiful result.
We plant up all your floral displays that you see, the bulk of them throughout the community. Planters, set up designs like at City Hall, throughout all of our parks that you'll see on any of the beautification efforts. On the bridge, coming along, like the bridge baskets and that, there that really about 180 out there, especially along the waterfront. Everyone wants to drive along that way, provide the beautification throughout the entire community. For us, it is really truly 365 days a year. We have plant material within our greenhouses on all seasons. But if alarm goes off, or if there's a snowstorm and you're traveling through the snowstorm at 2 o'clock in the morning, could be 3 o'clock in the morning. We're about, you come and you check up on it. But there's staffing here 7 days a week. It takes that, it's not robust. We can just kind of close the doors and let the plant material, and that they're kind of hope that they're going to be okay come Monday. There's no weekends. It's 7 days a week.
Barrie has proudly earned numerous Communities in Bloom awards over the years, and this new greenhouse enhances our ability to compete and showcase our city to Canada and to the world. Approximately 50 years ago, the city built the original greenhouse, but as the years passed, we outgrew the space. In this new space, we expect to potentially grow up to 25% more plants annually than we did with our old greenhouse facilities. Also, with growing our own plants, it offers substantial savings to the city, as I'd already said, and approximately $350,000 a year is saved by having this facility here.
Ontario's Best Butter Tart Festival presented by Chapman's. The first one was in 2013, and we're here now 13 years later having another one. It's the original largest butter tart festival in the country.
Butter tarts are uniquely Canadian. They were created by immigrants from France who used local resources to create the butter tart.
There's a moment you have with the butter tart, and I know that sounds weird, but you have a moment and you're like, this is the winner. You just know. And it's funny how blindfolded we seem to pick same ones almost every year. Like, it's funny how, and they change their look, their shape. So there's no indication that this is, you know, the best butter tart, but you seem to sort of pick the same ones.
This is my first time judging a butter tart competition strictly. You can't really start a great butter tart without a great crust. So definitely the crust is kind of where it's at. And then for me personally, I'm a texture guy, so that filling, well, what's that filling like? How does it taste and what does it look like? If it reminds me of my grandmother's butter tart, then that would be it for me.
In a butter tart, I'm about the filling, so I like a good filling to crust ratio. I want the crust to be crunchy for my filling, a little bit gooey, not too runny. I don't want an elbow licker. I don't want to be running down my arm. I am team plain. I don't like no raisins in my butter tarts, but I know that raisins versus plain is a very contentious issue in Canada. Butter tarts are quintessentially Canadian, so come in and celebrate Canada.
Here you go, guys. Here's your chance.
All right, flying out in front of you right now are the aircraft of the Edenvale Classic Aircraft Foundation.
So the Edenvale Classic Aircraft Foundation is a flying museum. We have 3 aircraft. You'll see 2 of them this weekend, the de Havilland Tiger Moth and this PT-26 Cornell. And again, we're just 25 minutes northwest, so we are the closest, not just museum, but flying museum. This is a PT-26 Cornell that belongs to the Edenvale Classic Aircraft Foundation. The PT stands for primary trainer, and that's exactly what it was. It was the first step in training for a prospective pilot in World War II. This plane is from 1943. It's an American design by Fairchild, but it was manufactured in Canada by Fleet and Fort Erie. This and the other aircraft that'll be in the show, the Tiger Moth, are both trainers. They're both 2 seats. They both have 2 sets of controls. We offer rides. I'm very happy to offer rides Friday, Saturday, Sunday after the show, but we offer rides from our hangar in Edenvale all season. And finally, we have a gathering of the classics, our own event, fly-in and car show, Saturday, August 9th. Always looking for volunteers. We'd love people to come out and support us in any capacity. I'm a huge aviation enthusiast. If I wasn't here, I'd be on the other side of the fence or in the media pen. I do a lot of aviation photography. I'm a professional pilot, is my career, so I like airplanes. My dad took me to my first air show when I was about 1.5 years old in London, Ontario. In the 80s and 90s, I had the benefit of growing up in Ontario, Southern Ontario, with the London, the Hamilton, the Trent, and the Ottawa events. So, I mean, that really makes an impression on a young kid. And I'm very fortunate. I went up to the Northern Bush in Northern Ontario, learned how to fly, and got on with an airline, and now do this both for fun and to help try, like I said, like I keep saying, to keep this history alive and to keep these aircraft airworthy and to share some of my enthusiasm. Website is classicaircraft.ca. Edenvale Classic Aircraft Foundation is also online. The hangar is open every Saturday. If you've ever driven from Barrie to Collingwood on Highway 26, you'll see the aircraft on the south side. Come in, say hi. We're always looking to talk about our planes, and we're always looking for new members.
Want to share news from your area? We'd love to hear from you. Email us with your community updates and be part of the conversation.